Welcome to the Francis Hensley Animal Shelter. This orientation will guide you through the essentials while volunteering your time with us. In this video, we will be covering what to do when you arrive, the basics of dog walking, how to get a dog in and out of the playpen, documenting the time you spend with the dogs, treats and feeding of the shelter pets, the right way to clean a kennel, spending time in the community cat room, washing blankets, bowls, and buckets, and what you can do when you need a rest.
Try to schedule your volunteer hours ahead of time so we have enough help for the day.
When arriving, we ask that you enter through the front door so that we know that you're here to volunteer. This would be a good time to see if anything may need immediate attention. And don't forget to sign in on our volunteer register located in the back bay break area. The first thing when volunteering is to always check that each animal has adequate water. Find a watering can and fill it using the watering receptacle located in the mop room. This is especially important in the hot summer months. Make sure to check all buckets inside and out, including the playpen. Look over our information board. Here you will find notes and communication for volunteers. Also check which dogs have not been walked yet and start with those first. Choose a dog you can handle and always leash them from the inside of the building. Lift the run door by pulling on the lift handle to bring them inside. Remove the spring hook and place it on the gate. Dogs are usually excited to go out, so be patient with them when connecting the leash to their collar. Exit the door closest to the kennel, but never walk a dog through the foyer unless instructed to do so. When exiting, never let the dog walk directly in front of the other kennels to avoid altercations to the fencing. When it's hot outside, quickly walk off the pavement. This gets very hot in the sun and could burn their feet. Never walk a dog near a car. They tend to jump on the vehicles. Stay on the grassy portion and hold the dog close and don't let them pull you.
Remember to stay at least 20 feet apart when there's multiple dogs being walked.
When you're done walking, enter back into the building, making sure you do not walk in front of the other kennels. Be patient returning the dog back to its kennel. They depend on you for direction. Always make sure that you place the spring hook back in the latch because they are escape artists. Then let the dog back outside. Dog walkers should always have waste bags. When you're done walking the dog, always return to where you walked to pick up any waste that might be out in the yard. And always place them in the provided receptacles. The playpen is a great place for the dogs to have leash-free playtime. The holding pen is used to leash and unleash safely. Make sure each door is latched before unleashing the dog. And again, latched securely so they can't get out.
Remember when there's a dog in the playpen, never to walk a dog near the fence line to prevent an altercation.
Certain dogs get along great and they play together in the playpen, but always make sure that they're compatible. We encourage you to spend time with the dogs, just to play fetch and enjoy one-on-one time with them. 20 minutes is sufficient so others can have time to enjoy the playpen too. When returning a dog to the kennel, make sure the holding pen door is closed before leashing a dog. If there are more than one dog in the playpen, let one dog in the holding area at a time to be leashed so it doesn't get overwhelming. Always remember to pick up any waste between the dogs. We have volunteers who come and go through the day, so it's very important to write down who's been walked and who's had playpen time so no dog gets overlooked. If you discover something new about a dog that would be vital for us to know, please feel free to write this information in the notes area. All the animals are fed once a day in the morning by shelter staff. Please do not feed any of the animals. An occasional treat is okay to give, but always make sure that there isn't any dietary restrictions that was set by the director. Kennels need to be maintained throughout the day, so before you let that dog back out to his outside kennel run, make sure there isn't any waste in there before you let him out. When cleaning an outside kennel, remove the unlocked padlock and place it on the door. Remove any waste and put it in the receptacles, and make sure you take any unused bowls to the kitchen. With the water hose, start from the inside of the kennel and spray outward to keep any waste from being pushed back into the clean kennel inside. Make sure to spray out the corners and crevices where waste can get stuck. Then squeegee any remaining water out to make sure the dogs have a dry area. Dump out any water and rinse the bucket well. Make sure you latch the door correctly by replacing the unlocked padlock back to the latch and fill the bucket with clean drinking water. Now the shelter pet has a clean kennel to return back to. Inside kennels need attention too through the day. If an inside kennel is lightly soiled, the area will need to be cleaned as well. Fill a mop bucket halfway full. We use Lysol or bleach, but in this application we're going to use a half a cup of Lysol and just add it to your mop bucket water. Thoroughly mop the area, and when finished, wring the mop, dump the bucket, and rinse it out well for the next use. Sometimes inside kennels need a lot more than just mopping. In these cases, hang the bed on the wall so it's out of the way. Remove any waste you can and place it into the receptacle. Inside kennels are different, so we'll be spraying from the outside in towards the drain. Start with spraying the walls down first, and don't forget to spray the bed. Spray side to side, front to back. Make sure that you don't spray directly underneath the door. Make sure you turn the water off and release the pressure. Squeegee any remaining water inside the kennel towards the drain. Remove any debris or hair that may be stuck in the drain cover. Dry the bed thoroughly and place it back down inside the kennel. Make sure you replace the spring hook back on the latch whenever you're finished. When visiting the cat room, always make sure that you sanitize your hands first. Careful when entering so no cats escape from the room. The cat room is cleaned every day in the morning by shelter staff, but we welcome volunteers to come in and spend some time with the cats. But always sanitize your hands when you're leaving the cat room. Bowls and water buckets are disinfected by placing them in the dishwasher. The rotating spray bar needs to spin to clean properly, so make sure the bucket clips don't dangle from the racks. Unclip them or hang them on a rack. Add a couple pours of bleach in the bottom of the dishwasher to help sanitize. Place a dishwasher pot or detergent in the tray and close and set the dishwasher to heavy cycle with all heat options and press start. Our laundry room is located off the back bay. Towels and blankets that are placed in the laundry room for washing must be free of soil and waste. Do not carry anything to be washed without checking it over first. Any item that is soiled must be taken outside and sprayed out or rinsed off, then hung on the line to dry before being placed in the washing machine. Laundry is maintained by a dedicated volunteer. Therefore, we ask that you please only deliver inspected, rinsed, dried items to be washed. Volunteering at the shelter can be really hard work, so we like to supply our volunteers with water that you can find in the back bay refrigerator. Snacks can also be found in the kitchenette, but we ask that you limit them to 2 per day. We ask that you spend your break time in the designated areas at the picnic table out front or in the back bay volunteer area. We ask that you do not spend your volunteer break time at the front desk, in the boardroom, the director's office, or the meet and greet room. These areas are meant for potential adopters, visitors, and staff only. There may be times that you might wonder, what else is there to do? Well, have you checked everyone's water? Picked up any waste on the property or play area? Have you made sure that all the house-trained dogs have been out for a walk? There was never any harm with the dog having a second walk. Are all the outside and inside kennels clean? Maybe there's some trash that needs to be taken out, or some mop buckets needing cleaned. Are there any buckets or bowls that need to be washed? When you're done volunteering for the day, always remember to sign out. We want to thank you for volunteering at the Francis Hensley Animal Shelter, and if you ever have any questions, feel free to ask the shelter staff.